Skakel op Groot FM 90.5 saam met my Venita op Alt-Fokus en by Alt-Fokus fokus ons nie net op die plaaslike en die lekker musiek nie, maar ook plaaslik wanneer dit internasionaal gaan. Jou hoof-fokus vanaand is wanneer ons gaan en ons sit 'n fantastiese plaaslike kunstenaar saam met 'n meer fantastiese internasionale kunstenaar en ons noem dit Miss Velvet and Esjay Jones coming together via Zoom. I'm very excited. I have so many questions, but only 15 minutes. So, how are you guys doing?
That was incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed with that.
The Afrikaans part of it, or me, because now you have to think very.
You and the Afrikaan and your intro, I was just like,
okay.
Unreal. Men.
I'm happy with that combination. That's completely fine because that gives me kind of a compliment that I can take home to my mother, and then she can feel like I'm doing well in life.
All about the mother.
You are. So proud of you. Thank you so much for having us. This is so cool. Groot FM.
Listen. Yeah, so Groot FM in Afrikaans is, well, groot, but in English it means big, which means we always go big because we never want to go home. And tonight we are talking about big things happening for you too. Obviously, the first one is Hallelujah coming through in South Africa. I've seen the music video. I've put that song on repeat. Listen, Miss Velvet, let's start off with you coming through from literally your history of building up your love for music, getting into this space where unfortunately a pandemic hits, and then luckily meeting a legend called Esjay Jones, and then writing music so beautifully, and then literally hands in the air saying hallelujah for that, because now we have this beautiful song coming through. Let's talk about journey for you so far. Are you breathing? Are you alive? And when do you sleep because you even have children?
Yeah, sometimes I'm not breathing. I'm taking a big, like, holding my breath gulp. But I love what you said about the arc. And I want to back up for a minute. Before this incredible being came into my life, I'm a born and bred New Yorker. So playing all the digs and the haunts here, many years doing my thing. I did get one of my big breaks with George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic, where I did a blind audition at BB King's. One show turned into 45 turned into 80 turned into 100 turned into 150, 2 world tours.
Wow.
So it's an incredible moment. And then, as you said, dun, the pandemic hit. So a lot of things got very weird and strange. I had been with the band for over 10 plus years. And I think, like anything in the pandemic, people were very uneasy about next steps. And being an artist that lived on the road with some of my musicians, it was really hard to see out of that time. So in came a band breakup, which was devastating and definitely hit my gut in a certain way I was not expecting. But I think through those moments, right, we're not seeing out just then, I did meet a very special person in my life, the love of my life, and I ended up having 2 babies back to back. Now we move out to California, and I'm driving down the iconic PCH, water on my right, mountains on my left, and I'm looking up and I have this moment of like, there is clarity, but it's holy shit, I have to start over. Like, yes. I have to start over. And I call my manager and I'm like, what am I gonna do? I don't know one person out here. He goes, give me a minute. This being now is
in comes Esjay.
It's gonna come into my life. We initially start just like this, which is super cool. We started on a Zoom. It was supposed to be like a 20-minute thing. We're deep in it for 2 hours. There's electricity literally like pulsating off this. I'm like, I feel like this is my person. Is it too early to be like, this is my person?
Never.
I get very emotional and very humbled that I get to work with a woman this close that I think is so exceptionally brilliant, that can literally do, and I say it all the time, everything under the sun. She plays every single instrument. She immerses herself fully. So I got my confidence back again, I would say. And it makes me emotional to talk about because I was in a really low place. And I think that adrenaline coming off something so big like that and then nothing happening. It was a very poignant and pivotal time in my life for this human being to come through. Previously to that, we met about 3.5 years ago, and I was living in Malibu and she was out in the desert, and something so special happened where she was like, let me just come live with you and like feel all the feels here with you.
So I basically moved in with her and her husband and little girl Naomi. And we wrote her first record, Traveler. So there was the record previously to the single Hallelujah. And then when we were recording the record, we found out that she was pregnant with her second child. So it's been this amazing journey of creation and birth. And here we are on the trip.
Wow.
And having Groot FM feature Hallelujah. How lucky. How
so
amazing.
Lucky.
Listen, it's honestly a once in a lifetime that you can have such a journey and have a platform to tell it, and also where it resonates with so many people. And Esjay, I kind of want to ask you this question because you've had a very successful career in South Africa. You had to make a very big decision to take that success internationally, and you have worked with a lot of big names, but it's very rare that you connect on such a level like you guys did. So how was it for you to have worked with these people, but then walking in, seeing Miss Velvet, and all of a sudden having that connection? Like, Miss Velvet calls you her ride or die. I mean, I can see the chemistry just from across a different continent, like how you guys just flow off of each other. So how was it where you decided, listen, this one is different for me. This one is going to stick, and I'm moving in. We're writing music. We're creating magic. And kind of taking that journey for yourself.
Yes, the Stealing Love Jones was such an incredible platform from which to launch myself. We were such a big fish in such a small pond in South Africa, and then investing everything that I had at that time into an international tour in the States, which failed, was just absolutely devastating. So there's a lot of and then fast forward, deciding to come back to the States and reinvent myself and get into the songwriting, production, engineering side of things. So there's been a lot of reinvention and a lot of resilience and a lot of hustle. And over the past 12, 14 years of being in the States now, I have just been so incredibly lucky working with bands, Chester Bennington, Nile Rodgers, Gina Schuck from the Go-Go's, Alien Ant Farm, Dave Navarro. It's just been absolutely wild. And it's strange because I see a lot of this, even though it's the best career in the entire world, a lot of it's just work. It's like, this is just my job. And Miss Velvet is just, this is a pure joy. It's just, even though we are working so hard and we're in the studio 10 to 10 every day, grinding and rehearsing and making sure that our chops are great and our songs are great and we're doing all these things, it's just pure joy. It's honestly like just hanging out with your best friend. We are giggling from the moment we wake up to the moment we go to bed. It's just like the coolest relationship. It's so easy. There is just, this is the best. I keep saying to her, this is the best job on earth.
I love my job so much, and I love you, and it's just so magical, right?
It really is. It's so cool. It's so, this doesn't happen I've worked with thousands and thousands of artists, and I've loved every single one of them, have been a special part of my life, but this is just something that transcends everything.
Sure. chills. I'm literally getting chills because I feel like that exactly when it comes to radio, when it comes to Groot FM. You've been on, like, I've been on radio. I've done the things, but when I got here, it felt like it's no longer a job. You ask me to do 6 hours of radio, I say no, I'm going to do 9. And those types of things. Where you really just, I'm not allowed to do 9 anymore because apparently people got like literally tired of my voice. But either way, it really is that thing of like, where we work hard, we party harder, but we connect even harder. And that's what I literally heard with Traveler, with Hallelujah. And when it comes to Hallelujah, I think it's but it's mesmerizing. Hey, it really takes you on a journey, and I think that's exactly what you guys wanted, specifically with the amount of detail that you've put into this whole triptych journey, and from music videos to stories to short films to everything. So when it comes to the message, I think when people listen to music these days, they are desperate for a message. Listen, we love a bop, we love dancing in the middle of the dance floor, crying in the middle of the dance floor, but sometimes we feel empty. And then we listen to music like Hallelujah and we're like, they're talking to me. I have purpose. So what was that main goal in terms of message for you guys? Miss Velvet, I'm going to ask you first, and then Esjay, you can add on as well.
So I love what you said. I think the biggest thing too is storytelling. I miss storytelling. I miss concept records. I miss going into that place, and what you just said is like, they're talking to me because it's so personal and the message is so thought about and crafted and like meticulous, and how they are, that artist is like, I want to bring you into my world, my full version of a world. And I think, so for me, Miss Velvet really is, it's an energy. It's almost bigger than even myself and what Esjay and I, even as collaborators, it's an energy that's bigger. It's something that, and I think in the message in Hallelujah is really about that full moment acceptance of kind of what is in life that we do not have control over, yet we show up every day, right? And yet we see the smallest thing that can be a miracle, the smallest thing. So I think when we are looking at something like that, and for us, the messaging, when you just said that it's talking to me, it's like I hugged her, because it's like, that's it. Like, that's what we're trying to do here. And yes, it gets really hard because things are only 15 seconds long on a story, right? On stories on Instagram, and you have 30 seconds to tell something on a reel. So everything in the content has become shorter. So for us, Triptych was really about, I don't care if it doesn't fit in that format. I'll put it in film festivals and have it live in its own entity, and have you go and experience music in a different way, because I want to tell a story, because I know somebody else, if it's one person that's writing me, I know that there's gotta be 20 more, right? And there's gotta be 50 more that are gonna try to want to learn, and that want that to come back to them the same way you just said. So it's in that, the sonicScape was done with purpose as well. There was purpose in everything we did with that. We wanted this record, this triptych, this single to feel a little more lo-fi. These were decisions that we made because we felt that they would give the listener a certain emotive feeling. So, we could have gone and made everything this perfect pop song, like perfect pop mix. We specifically chose not to do that so that we could insert the feeling that we felt with Hallelujah. So it's been such a precious journey to be able to find and experiment and play and just get the DNA of Miss Velvet into this creation.
Oh, I love that, because like you said, it truly is like, this is the recipe for a song that is going to go viral. This is Miss Velvet's recipe, and it's already going viral. So I'm just saying, like, we want authenticity for a reason, because it's so lost these days. But speaking about authentic, now, Esjay Jones, you have left this country. You have left me heartbroken. You have made me literally want to save my money so I can come see you tour, but why is America so expensive? I need to know, is there a sense of South Africa that you still try and put into your songwriting? Still try and, like, specifically with Miss Velvet as well, like trying to, you know, collaborate what you know in your heart and what is the South African culture, which is extremely different when it comes to music, into what we know now as you making music with Miss Velvet?
I think South Africa has such a deep-rooted, rhythmic, cultural, storytelling foundation, and that was my formative years. You know, so everything, no matter how much outside experience you have, your formative is always there. So all of this beautiful South African essence that was sewn into this tapestry from the beginning can never be taken out. And I think as South Africans, there is something that I really, really miss. The culture, the warmth, the love. South Africans feel are less guarded. America has been a really difficult landscape to navigate, just as somebody that is so open and loving and gooey and delicious. You know, that's what we are as a culture, and to be standing against a culture that's slightly harder has been difficult. But finding someone like Miss Velvet has been wonderful because we match each other's energies, where it's just like we're just creating this delicious goo. You know, the whole time.
Yeah.
So,
I love it.
Very well said. Yeah.
Ms. Velvet, has Esjay gone and taught you a couple of things about South Africa? Has she made you want to come and visit us with some new songs, maybe a tour, you know, maybe something cool like that?
Oh, it's happening.
It's happening. Snaps for that.
Thank you.
I want to desperately come over there, and we were just speaking about that.
Hold on, can you say, how's it, brew? How's it, brew?
Hey!
Good, right?
I am very impressed with that. That makes me, I don't need to teach any Afrikaans words today. I'll teach you one extra, but okay. But yeah, so you're coming, that's in the making.
2026 is really the beacon to get over
perfect.
there. We'll be on some other tours. We really want that.
We are talking with promoters and festivals.
Yeah.
2026, you will be seeing us. I'm so excited. I have not been home in, I think it's about 6 years now. 7, 8 years. I think I was there 2018 was the last time. So that's 7 years ago now.
It's gonna be a hell of a homecoming.
I cannot wait to throw down at Groot FM with you.
Yeah.
It would be great.
Listen, my studio door is always open for amazing chat, because we can then extend it to not just 15 minutes. We can have a whole journey that we go on and play some really good music.
We'll come do.
Yes, please come and do that. Please come do like a live session, make every single person that works here jealous because they would want to be me. Sitting here.
You got it.
Thank you, because I need brownie points. I'm literally the latest presenter here, so I need brownie points in terms of saving my space for myself. You understand?
We got you. We're all about girl power over here. Another massive thing about this project is that it's every single instrument, every single melody, every single vocal. It's 100% just Miss Velvet and I. There is no outside influence in any other way. Everything you hear is just us.
Oh, it really takes me back to that authentic rock era where, like you guys already said a couple of times, artists closed themselves in rooms and made music together, and it's not just a group of people sitting there. You write a verse, rewrite a verse, the chorus comes together, and then everybody goes home. This is true thought and feeling being put into it. And that's why I am 100% calling it lacquer. Have you taught her lacquer, Esjay?
I have, but keep going.
Okay.
You know. Oh.
That's why it is an absolute jewel. Have you taught her Joel?
I have not.
Joel.
The Joel. It's a party. It's a Joel.
Yeah, it's an absolute jewel. We're going to the jewel. We're going to the party. And that's why it is FANTASTIESE.
fantasties.
That's literally fantastic in Afrikaans. I am going to get a gift pack full of koeksisters, biltong, melk tertjies. Please tell me, Esjay, she knows these words.
He doesn't.
Please.
I'm sorry.
I don't know these words, but they sound great.
I know. I can say that I have been very bad at eating South African foods, but I crave a burry roll like you can't believe. I could go for a burry roll from tomato sauce so hard right now.
Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a nice gift set, and then I'm going to have burry rolls. And then you need to teach Miss Velvet what is a burry roll so that she doesn't think we're weird saying the word burry all the time. And we're going to have we have a braai here at Groot FM. It's like a barbecue, but that is an absolute abomination. I will get sued if I say barbecue on air. So it's a braai. We have a braai. We're going to make some boerewors rolls. And we're going to have a jol.
A jol. Like a boots.
Guys, thank you so much for literally brightening up my day, for being the head focus of my show called Alt Focus, because that's what we're doing. We're focusing on you two lovely ladies tonight. And then also 2026, I am reserving a spot on the show for you, whether it's now to guilt trip you to come to South Africa, or whether it's asking pretty please, or make my mother phone you. It will happen.
Cannot wait.
We can't wait. Cannot
Be
wait.
careful what you wish for.
Exactly.
We're going to be camping with you all day.
Exactly.
I will do the camping chairs as well. Last but not least, if you guys have to put the song into one word to end off this beautiful chat that we had, Esjay, we'll start with you. What is the one word? Because I feel like Miss Velvet needs to end this thing off for us. What is the one word that you resonate with when you hear hallelujah?
Majestic.
Beautiful. Miss Velvet, people call me here Miss V because I'm Venita. So I feel like Miss Velvet and Miss V. Yes.
We both have the Miss V. Okay. I'm going to say resilience.
Majestic and resilient. That is exactly what we need, because we need the magic and the mystery, and we need that self-determination.
We do.
We do. This was so wonderful.
Oh, you're so fabulous. You're amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I don't want to say goodbye, but I need to.